Coach, how great is it for the young players to really mature so fast and be able to really contribute to this wonderful start?
Well, the quicker players mature, the better, for everybody. And we've had some young guys or new guys that have done that, and it's been a big help for our team.
Welcome to So Much to Talk About here at the pregame version of the show. Here, San Antonio Spurs visiting the New York Knickerbockers. 29-4 San Antonio Spurs. They have not lost consecutive games all season. My pleasure to have one of the brightest rookies in the NBA so far from Townsend State, Mr. Gary Neal. Pleasure to have you on the show, bro.
How you doing? It's been a great ride. We're 29-4. We've been playing pretty good. We've been executing well. Coach Pop's preparing us night in and night out, and the players have been coming with great energy, and it showed in our record.
How happy are you? How happy were you when you got signed here, and to know that there was so much stability in this organization, and of course a great pedigree starting with Coach Pop?
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of it's a blessing for sure. To get your first chance in the NBA, to be to sign with an organization like this, and with just like you said, the stability from top to bottom. Coach Pop's a guy that's he's a straight shooter. He's going to tell you what he expects from you, and he's going to demand what he says. He's going to demand for you to do the right thing night in and night out, and I think that's huge. For the success of a team, when your head coach is a straightforward guy, and he tells you exactly what he wants you to do, and he holds you accountable for that, and I think that shows in our record, and I think that shows in our approach every game, night in and night out.
Tell the audience the process of what you went through to get to where you at today, especially coming out of Townsend State.
It was a process. I had to go to Europe. I wasn't drafted. And, I went over Europe. I played in Turkey, I played in Spain, and I played in Italy. And, I mean, it was a situation where I knew I had to, play at a high level and be a key contributor on the teams that I wasn't in Europe to get opportunity to play in the NBA. And, I'm just thankful and grateful that I was able to, stay healthy in Europe and play at a high level to draw the attention of some NBA teams. And, this summer I went to the mini camp in San Antonio, and They invited me back, and then they invited me to Summer League, and I played good in Summer League, and they offered me a contract. So it's been one step at a time. It's been a long process, but it's been a great process for me to go through, and I'm glad that I'm here, and hopefully I can stick.
You will, because I know they were saying after summer camp, Summer League, get this guy a uniform.
Yeah, I was hearing that too, and I think maybe 2 or 3 days after summer camp. Summer League, San Antonio offered me a contract. So, I mean, it's just a blessing. I'm extremely thankful and grateful, and I'm just going to continue to work hard to try to contribute to the team and help them win.
Gary, thank you for your time. Have a great game, and good luck for the rest of the season. I'll be seeing you in the rookie game, I'm sure.
I hope so. Thank you.
Welcome to So Much to Talk About, pregame version of the show as the San Antonio Spurs visit the New York Knickerbockers. My pleasure to have one of the key contributors to the Spurs' 29-4 start, one of the top NBA veterans, Mr. Richard Jefferson. Pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Wow, this is your 10th season, I believe, and how time flies so fast, how have you been able to maintain your longevity, as well as what are the things you learned for being a leader, especially with the young players around you?
Well, I've been very blessed and very fortunate to have great players around me, starting early in my career with Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin, and moving on now with just a lot of different guys throughout, but now moving forward to this team with Tim and Tony and Manu and having Pop. So, I've been able to always have a group of guys that I've been able to lean on and learn from.
And the fact that within your first couple of seasons you were in the NBA Finals 2 years in a row. So, how did that make you really grow so fast?
Well, yeah, there was a blessing and a curse of that. I think the blessing is you are able to get exposed to the best and the highest level of basketball. The curse is you've been there twice now, and you think that every year is going to be like that. And so now 8 years later since my last finals, you're still trying to work to get back there.
29-4 star, you guys have not lost consecutive games this season. How long can this run go?
Well, it's not about the consecutive game, losing consecutive games, or what your record is. Ultimately, this team is going to be judged by how we play at the end of the year, and so for us is to do the best we can to try and get home court advantage and then move forward from there.
And defense with Pop and everything, you guys have outscored your opponents by 9 in each game. You know, the average of 9 points. Defense and rebounding is what it's all about, right?
Yeah, and Pop has put more of a focus and more of a stress on that the last couple of weeks as we go into the stretch right before the All-Star break. He wants to make sure that our defense is where it needs to be. So we've been trying to have a much more of a strong focus on that.
Question on a lighter note: what's the illest dunk you've ever had?
Ever? Ooh,
That dunk in Maui?
Yeah. When I was in Zona, there's about 4 or 5 that I remember in my life that I'll tell my kids about. So that it'll be kind of tough to really point them down. But there's about 5 where I was on borderline freaked out, on my way down.
Maui was one of them.
One of those was that. That was one of them. Yeah, when I was 19 years old, I remember jumping like that. That was great.
Richard, thank you for your time. Have a great game and good luck the rest of the season.
God bless.
Welcome back to New York.
It's good to be back, man.
I have Tiago Splitter, one of the top international players, and he's in his rookie year with the San Antonio Spurs. Tiago, nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yes, and your international play and your experience, talk about how it's contributed to this team.
Well, I think until now I'm helping the team with, a lot of effort in defense and running the court, doing my best for, these minutes that sometimes team or the other big men have to rest. This is my role right now, and I'm taking good and trying to do my best.
Now, why did it take you a while to come to the NBA? Like, you felt you needed to refine your game a little bit more? What was the reason?
Well, I have a couple of reasons, but I think the most important was the issues with my buyout over there. I have a big buyout, so wasn't able to come earlier, and that's why I wait like 3 years after my draft to come here in the NBA.
How great is it to be with Tim Duncan, veteran big men like Tim Duncan, Antonio McDyess, and of course young guys like DeJuan Blair? Talk about how competitive it is between you guys.
Yeah, they are very good players. That's why we're doing the season that we're doing. I think everybody go to the court and bring all the energy, and we wanna be the best team in the league. That's why, team, he's one of the best forwards in the history of this game, and every day you can learn from him, and I think not just me but the one and all the other guys is learning from him too.
One question for you. Brasilia, the energy, the spirit, the culture there, how does it resonate to you as you live in the States? I know you miss it so much.
Yeah, of course I miss it. It's my hometown, and well, we have a lot of energy. I think we are cool people, and I think the most important part is the energy that I can bring to the court is compared to the energy we have in Brazil.
Statement, because I know if I ever go down there, I'll never come back.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Tiago. Have a great game and good luck the rest of the season.